What's going on YouTube? Jeans here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are having some fun with it. We are rocking out with Origin Forme Giratina on the ranked Regulation G ladder. Now when it comes to Giratina, personally I like its other form better, but we're rocking out with Origin Forme today. This one's got Levitate as its ability and holding the Gracious Core as an item. And fun fact, this is the only item Origin Forme Giratina can actually hold, considering that's how it changes form, if that makes sense. Giratina has a dope typing of Ghost and Dragon, and it's rocking a great moveset of Hex, which does double damage whenever a Pokemon has status conditions on it. Then it's got Dragon Pulse, Earth Power, and Protect. Now, we have two Pokemon on today's team to set up status conditions to help Giratina's damage output, and that's going to be Thundurus and Volcarona. Volcarona can burn physical attackers with Will-O-Wisp, and Thundurus can grant speed control with Thunder Wave all around. So, really do like both those moves right there, and both those status conditions to help Hex get that double damage. Now, our final three Pokemon on today's team features an all-time goated starter. It is going to be Empoleon. Then we got Landorus and Urshifu. Empoleon's going to be a great special attacker with competitive. Landorus is going to be our Intimidate user, and Urshifu is a big-time physical attacker. Can't go wrong with Urshifu in this restricted format. Guys, want to rent the team for yourself? Rental code is at the top right-hand corner. And if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's hop into match number 1, showcasing Origin Forme Giratina in the return to Regulation G. So guys, our first match, we are going up against a Zacian team right here, and it's looking pretty strong considering they got Flutter Mane, Raging Bolt, Urshifu, Rillaboom, and Chi-Yu. So they got that typical Chi-Yu and Flutter Mane combo, and they got Zacian, which is one of the best physical attackers in the game. It does so much damage. So the Intimidate user probably going to have to come out here with our Landorus, and I honestly might lead this Pokemon just to Intimidate and have that Choice Scarf and be able to maybe like U-turn, Bulldoze. I feel like I got a few different options here. I could also go in with Giratina, which wouldn't be bad because again, it has Levitate. It can't get hit by Bulldoze. So I could Bulldoze freely, kind of slow down everybody else and kind of like get after it with Giratina, which can be nice, especially with the Fire Terror type. I'm about it. I'm about that lead. So I'm going to end up going into both of them. Do we want to go into Thundurus or would we rather go into Volcarona here? Kind of leaning towards you, right? I mean, Eerie Impulse is just deadly. It really is. I definitely want Urshifu here. But last but not least, I either want either Volcarona or Thundurus. Maybe I might go Volcarona here. Just because Will-O-Wisp is nice. Plus, we can go for Tailwind Speed Control if we need it. I like it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So Volcarona going to be our final Pokemon that we end up bringing in here. Let's see how we end up doing in match number 1 here with Giratina. Because I know this seems definitely more of an off-meta squad than a meta squad for Regulation G, so I'm hoping for a nice little 2-1 winning record for you guys. 3-0 would be amazing, but I feel like that's a stretch, especially with this team right here. Let's see. Let's see who they lead. We're kind of hoping they lead Zacian, right? Because I would love to just Intimidate it right off the rip. I know they're going to go Rillaboom alongside with Chi-Yu, which I don't mind, right? I definitely don't mind. I mean, they can fake me out if they want to. I might just hard swap and kind of go from there because, again, I do believe a fake out is popping here. As much as I would like to go for a Bulldoze, that would be very nice. We might just want to Terrasilize here and maybe just rip an Earth Power into this slot. I like it. So I'm going to go Earth Power here. I am going to hard swap out of here into potentially Urshifu here. Or do I go into Volcarona? Urshifu's not bad. I am Terrasilizing into Fire just because I don't want the Dark Move ripping up into me. But again, who should I go into here? I really don't want to lose my focus there, so I'd rather just go into Volcarona here. I'm going to go right into Volcarona, so I'm going to hard swap here. Plus, I do have Flame Body, so if he does fake me out, there is a chance for a burn there, which will be very, very beneficial for us. So nice, lovely Volcarona coming out here. And a nice, lovely Fire Terror coming out from our Giratina. Looking to chip up some damage with Earth Power. Now, I know Earth Power is not going to do, like, substantial amount of, like, damage, like one-hit KO, but I like where Giratina's at right now. I like where Giratina's at. Plus, I can set up a Tailwind next turn if I want to. Let's see what they do here. Dark Pulse, maybe? There's the Fake Out. Give me Flame Body. Give me Flame Body. Yes! Yes! Exactly what we wanted. Come on now. Big time burn on a big time physical attacker. And Snarl is going to launch here, which... Ah, that actually sucks. Snarl actually sucks. We don't like Snarl at all. Earth Power launches. How much damage are we doing here? -1. That's actually good damage for being -1. Okay. So there's that. Hex will now do double damage. I could end up hard swapping Giratina now if I want to, which I might end up doing back into Landorus here, or even Urshifu. But I'd rather save him. I honestly would rather save him right now. I think we're just going to chunk up a little bit more damage here and then just pop a Tailwind. I think that's our best play right now. I really do think that's our best play. Considering they might even hard swap into Zacian, I think getting Speed Control right here, right now is our best option. Hands down. Hands down. I know they're dropping my special attack, but getting Speed Control and maybe getting another burn off is going to be good for us. He's going to end up taunting. That's a little rough. It kind of puts a damper on my parade, and Earth Power is going to launch. Give me a crit. Nope, no crit, but still nice damage. We like that. And no Tailwind is allowed. U-turn's going to pivot out here. He's probably going to go into Zacian here. And I mean, if you do, I think just hard swapping and maybe just intimidating is probably our play. Let's see. Is it going to be Zacian? Is it going to be the dog? No, it's going to be Urshifu. So Urshifu comes out here. That's where things get a little rough. I kind of wish I had Rage Powder at this point. I definitely wish I had Rage Powder at this point. I think maybe just going into Urshifu. Is that my play? Get my special attack back? I don't want to lose Giratina. That's the thing. I really don't want to lose Giratina. So I think by going into you... I guess Will-O-Wisping this slot. Actually, I can't. I cannot. I cannot. I wonder what he's going to do here. I might just double swap. I'm going to double swap here. I'm going to double swap. I'm going to pull off a double swap here. Even though this could be a bad turn. This is just such a good Pokemon up against what I have right here. It really is. I really wish we had Rage Powder. Because if I had Rage Powder on my Volcarona this turn, it would have been really, really big. And the problem with Urshifu is you can't like sit in front of it and protect. You just can't do that. You cannot do that. So out comes my Landorus. We are going to be able to intimidate here. I could see another Snarl potentially popping, but I think he's going to go for Surgeon Strikes into my Urshifu slot now. There's a Snarl. Snarl's still doing great damage here. Ridiculous amount of damage. And from here, Urshifu is going to go for the Surgeon Strikes into this slot, which I'm hoping we could just soak up. And maybe KO the Shu next turn with the Sucker Punch. That'd be nice. That'd be lovely. I mean, honestly, we're going to outspeed all these guys here. I could slow him down a little bit right now. And go for a Bulldoze, because I think Bulldoze has a chance at KOing. Oh, this is rough. Do I might swap here. I'm just going to go for Stomping Tantrum. We're Choice. We're Choice. That's a good move to Choice into. So we're sitting here. We're going to go for Close Combat into the Urshifu just because I have to get off as much damage as I can in that slot right now. And Close Combat is my strongest move. And we'll see what they want to do here because they think they have speed right now, but what they don't. They don't know that we're Choiced. They don't know that we're Choice Scarf, so we are going to outspeed. You could go for Aqua Jet, but I don't know if Aqua Jet's going to be able to KO. There's the Aqua Jet. Can we soak this? We do soak it. That's massive. That's huge. That's exactly what we wanted. Stomping Tantrum's going to finish you off. Beautiful. Close Combat can now fly. And we should be able to soak up another Aqua Jet, which is great. But I know you're going to go back into Rillaboom. We already know Rillaboom's probably going to pop back out here, which is fine by me. We are going to get the crit, though, onto that Pokemon. And I think from here, we just double down into Urshifu, right? I think we just double down in the Urshifu. Because, again, he's going to go in the Rillaboom. He's going to fake out. If I can go for... Do I go for a Sucker Punch, though? Probably not, right? I probably don't go for Sucker Punch. No, Zacian's going to come out here. Zacian's the Pokemon that's out on the field. I think we can soak up another Aqua Jet. That's what I'm really hoping. I could go into you and hope for a burn. Because if you're going to Aqua Jet anybody, it's going to be him. I'm going to save my Urshifu. I'm so going to save my Urshifu. I think we can... I hope we can soak an Aqua Jet. I hope so. I hope so. So I'm going to swap into you. And I'm just going to go for this Stomping Tantrum. Right into this Urshifu slot. Look, just get rid of it. Let's see how this plays. So there's a swap. Bringing out Volcarona. We're hoping he's actually attacking it and we get another Flame Body proc, which would be awesome. That would be really big for us. And he's going to go for Aqua Jet again. Can we soak this? We don't. I was really hoping we could soak the Aqua Jet. It was definitely close. It was definitely super close. So there's that. Swords Dance pops out here, and now I'm scared. Now I'm terrified. Not the Swords Dance, man. Not the Swords Dance. Not the Swords Dance. Real question is, can my Urshifu outspeed? I probably should have just Sucker Punched him. I should have thought about that turn 1, but I really was expecting him to pop Swords Dance here. So right now, your speed is maxed out. I'm hoping you can outspeed and just Sucker Punch, right? That's really where I'm at. I'm hoping you can just simply outspeed and just Sucker Punch and win this game and KO this Urshifu, and then maybe I could burn. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go for Will-O-Wisp here. I am gonna go for the Sucker Punch and look to finish this Pokemon off. Let's see how this one plays. Let's see how this one plays. Now I don't know if Aqua Jet can actually KO this Urshifu though. Let's see. Maybe I should have just done this turn 1 instead of swapping and losing my lander. So maybe I should just Sucker Punched him. Let's see what he's gonna end up doing. He could just Detect here and try to play it smart. But I do have Giratina in the back end, which is great news. We do have the Giratina. It ends up withdrawing. That's a smart play. Smart play right there. He's going to go into Rillaboom here. Who's burned? That's good news. We got a burned Rillaboom on our hands. And Sucker Punch is going to do absolutely nothing. Now, I think he's going to take out the Urshifu. I think that's the call here. Yep, he's going to take out the Urshifu. And Tailwind actually might have been a better play here. And do we miss this Will-O-Wisp? Of course we do. We kind of needed that too. We needed that if we want a shot at this. That really hurts to miss this burn. So he missed the burn. He's still +2 on attack. I think that might be game. That hurts, man. Give me a chance. Let me land the burn. Let me land the burn. Let me land the burn. The burn would have been so nice there. So now we're sitting here. Honestly, I think he's faking out my Giratina. So I'm going to go for a Tailwind and just protect Giratina. I think that's our only shot at win this game, is to protect and be able to set up here. It's literally our only way of winning this game. And we're going to see a Terra type pop out here from most likely Zacian, right? Stellar Terra looking for damage? Maybe. Let's see. Nope, straight Fairy Terra. Straight Fairy Terra, which honestly is a perfect Terra for this Zacian up against my team. Perfect Terra type. So we end up protecting here. We gotta hope that he's doubling down on Giratina. If not, that is GG's game, set, match. And he's gonna fake out the Volcarona. Thanks for playing. At least you're attacking Giratina. Okay, that works. Curious to see if we can eat up a player off. I mean, we are fire typing. We are lovely little fire typing, which is good. Kind of have to go for another Tailwind, right? If you're gonna go for another player, if you're gonna go for player off, I'm gonna have to set up this Tailwind. So Tailwind gotta fly out here. Hex. I'd rather send it into the burn Pokemon to steal some damage. And he has a protect Zacian, which is actually not a bad turn for us. This could be pretty good turn for us. Hex is gonna launch here, double damage. Doing great damage across the board. Tailwind flies. We got some speed, so now I can burn this Zacian. If I can land it. That'd be nice. And he's going to U-turn pivot out of here, which is fine. We'll go back into Urshifu. So now we have the Tailwind speed, which is the biggest factor in this matchup right here. The Tailwind speed is our biggest factor, because now he can't just go for Surging Strikes and finish me off. He's pretty much forced to go into Aqua Jet. So our play here is going to be to burn this Zacian, who's actually +3. He's not even +2, he's +3. That's so ugly. He should have been burned a while ago too. But I'm going to burn him, and I'm just going to look to finish off this this Urshifu. So there's the Aqua Jet. It's going to chip up some nice damage here. Yep, about half of what we had. And Dragon Pulse is going to finish it off. Can we land this burn? I still think we die even if we land this burn. But I think he's doubling down into Giratina. Let's see. Do I land it? I do land it, which is good news. I can't really see anything with this Giratina just taking up the whole screen. Maybe we should start putting it on the left side. But we do finally land the burn. Player up's going to launch here into Volcarona. Nope, into Giratina. And we end up soaking. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. How many turns left in Tailwind? That's the real question. How many turns are left in Tailwind? Is the real question. 2. I could double protect here. I could double protect, but I'm thinking of just going Heat Wave and protect Giratina. I can't die out to a fake out. So yeah, I'm just gonna protect Giratina here and go for the Heat Wave. There's a chance that they fake out Volcarona again, but I need reads here. I need reads here if I'm gonna win this match. Yep. Come on now, Volcarona. Land this Heat Wave. Double land. Volcarona. Who's dodging it? Okay, that's fine. That's not fine. So he's probably just gonna protect this turn, right? That's fine if he protects this turn. He's Swords Dance boosting, which is scary. The burn doesn't come out first. I thought the burn comes out first. So now we have to deal with this Rillaboom still on the field, which is obnoxious. I do not think Grassy Guy can KO me, which is great news. Grass is gone, and he can't go for Grassy Guide. We're just gonna go for another Heat Wave. Wow, how are we missing? So we've been missing a ton of shots this match. So he can protect. He definitely can protect. If he wants to. We're gonna go for the Hex. We got one turn left in Tailwind. There's the protect. There's that. Can Heat Wave just land? I just need Heat Wave to land, and it turns to a 2v1, which is pretty good for us. Heat Wave, please land into this Rillaboom slot. Don't do me like this. Thank you. All right, so Heat Wave lands there. He's +5 on attack. It's absurd. Volcarona's at full HP, which is good. I'm thinking of just going Tailwind into Protect again. And I mean, you could make the read, but I kind of have high hopes that this Volcarona can maybe soak up a shot. So I'm going to end up doing that. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do here. Come on, man. Attack my Giratina. Attack my Giratina. Did you just attack my Giratina? Let's go. Tailwind, back out. All right. Hold up. We're getting after it. After 2 missed moves, we're making up some ground. So Speed Control back on our side. We can Hex for damage. Burn slowly chipping up. He doesn't have any double hitting moves, which is great news. We'll go for Heat Wave again into a Stab Hex, which is actually double damage because they got a status condition on their hands. How much damage are we doing here? Heat Wave, land, end this. Come on now. What a comeback. In match number 1. This was not looking good for us after we missed a few attacks, but we bounced back, popping Tailwind at the right time, protecting at the right time, swapping at the right time. We're 1-0. Moving on to our second match for today's video, and what a first match to get this video started. Zacian versus Giratina. We ended up coming out on top, but now we're versing Terry the Terapgos. Now, Terapgos, odd Pokemon to play up against. It's very strong. It can set up really well. I feel like Thundurus could be a great option for us just because Eerie Impulse is such a massive threat to it. We can just lower its special attack and kind of get going from there. I do like that, especially with the Cobra Cloak. They got 2 fake out users, so I'm going to go into you, and I am going to go into Giratina here turn 1. I think I like both of them. I think they can both do decent damage, and I think they could really get after it. In the back end, I don't mind Landorus. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is going to be that Rillaboom up against it, because terrain kind of does them dirty. I could go into Urshifu. I think Urshifu could be really good here, so I am going to actually end up bringing it in. And last but not least, who do I take? I mean, the Choice Scarf on the Lando is really good. It's very, very powerful. Just that speed control factor is just so massive. I mean, they do have Clefairy. I could end up going into maybe Empoleon with this Assault Vest. And actually, now that I think about it, he's looking pretty good here. Got 5 seconds left to pick. I like its moveset. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got first turn priority. It's got water. It's got steel. I think we gotta bring it. It just evens out the field right here. It evens out the field. So I'm all about it. Giratina alongside Thundurus right off the rip. If they go into Terapgos, we're just gonna Eerie Impulse it right off the rip, or maybe paralyze it. Either or could be turn 1. Let's see. But no, they're gonna go in the Rillaboom. You can't fake out any of my Pokemon, which is great news. Yeah, and I can start just paralyzing. I think just paralyze is gonna be my play. Paralyze. Maybe just protect Giratina turn 1, just kind of get a read of what they're doing, because obviously they got Iron Valiant on the field. Definitely a scary Pokemon, especially with that speed. So, yeah, I'm just going to go into a Thunder Wave here. Paralyze you, protect Giratina, and we'll go from there. Just because, the reason I'm protecting Giratina is because a Spirit Break or a Play Rough, a Fairy move from Iron Valiant just does so much damage into it. And we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm Cobra Cloak. I'm not worried about the fake out. Thunder Wave is going to land, which is a beautiful sight to see. And we have this thing's speed. Love it. Ice Wind's going to launch here, and I got that Cover Cloak, so I'm not going to be lowered in speed, which is great news. It is going to deal a little bit of damage, which is a little rough for me. And I might just paralyze this Rillaboom now. Keep the paralyzed train going. Anyway, Terrafire? I think so. I think Terrasilize and Fire is actually a pretty good play for us. Getting rid of our Dragon and Ghost typing, I'm with it. Run Terrasilize Fire, look to burn the Rillaboom, and then kind of probably just save this Thundurus if it stays alive by hard swapping next turn. Just because I want it to deal with Therapios, right? I really want it to deal with this Therapios. So we're going to try to land another Thunder Wave here, which I have high hopes for my Thundurus to not miss. We missed enough moves in the last match. Our Will-O-Wisp and our Heat Wave, which almost lost us the match. We had to really dig deep to actually win that match. But yeah, I'm going to hit this Terra button. I'm just very, very not ready for a Fairy move. You could obviously go for another Icy Wind, which will slow me down, but it won't deal any damage now. So let's see what he's going to cook up. So Thunder Wave connecting again. Love you, Thundurus. I know you got my back. I know you got my back all day. You pick up another Paralyze, which is great. And Giratina is outspeeding. Lovely. How much damage are we doing here? I didn't even need to Terrasilize. I didn't even need to Terrasilize. Giratina hit like an absolute truck. So there's that. He's going to U-turn pivot. Doing no damage now. Again, pick up a big time Paralyze, and depending on who they go into, I can Paralyze here again. I can do it again. But if they go into Terrapagos, we are just going to start Eerie Impulse that down. Yep, there it is. Now comes Terrapagos. That's fine. He might like the Calm Mind this turn. And I'm going to Eerie Impulse it before I go for a Thunder Wave, just because I know Eerie Impulse is going to land. And I'd rather kind of just pester this thing around for a little bit. And out comes Urshifu as well. And that's Dark Urshifu. So fire typing working really well here. So Eerie Impulse going to launch into this slot. And I think we just start chunking damage up into this bad boy. So might even protect Terrapagos. There is that chance. But I think he kind of wants to set up Calm Mind here. Yep, beautiful Eerie Impulse connecting. Bye-bye special attack. -2. And Wicked Blow is going to launch, which we should soak this up. Awesome. All day. All day, Giratina. Dragon Pulse flies. How much damage are we doing here? A lot of damage. Oh my lord. And this thing's going to go for the Calm Mind boost. Now, I could just Eerie Impulse it again. Or I could go for that Thunder Wave. I have Empoleon in the back end, and my final Pokemon is going to be this Urshifu, which Urshifu can deal with Terrapagos, so I do like that. From here, though, I am actually just going to go into... What's going to be faster? How fast are you? So I'm thinking of just going into Wobbled Storm. No, you're not faster. I'm going to actually just paralyze this... I'm going to paralyze this Urshifu, just so I can outspeed and actually just KO it, and then deal with the... I'm going to double down into it. Just deal with Terrapagos next turn. Awesome. He protects Terrapagos. That's massive. So yeah, I want to slow it down so my Giratina can actually outspeed. And there's my miss. There's my miss. I knew. Actually, it doesn't affect it. That's on me. That's on me. That's fine. That's fine. That's a fine turn. That's on me. That's on me. I forgot Dark and Prankster doesn't line up. That one's on me. I take back anything I say against you, Thundurus. But still, we're picking up the KO there. He just protected it. And now he can't swap Terrapagos, who's -1 on special attack. He can't swap it. Who's my play to go into? Probably just you and take off that Terra Shell. Yeah, we're just gonna try to take off the Terra Shell. He's gonna go in the Rillaboom here. You could fake out you could obviously fake out my my Empoleon if he wants to. But I think from here we just try to do as much damage as we can into this Terrapagos, and get rid of his Terra Shell. And we'll just go for Hex here. Because again, my Terrapagos, or not my Terrapagos, my Urshifu can get off some big time damage. He's gonna fake out my Giratina, so be it. And probably try to go for another Calm Mind here. Yeah, so Calm Mind's gonna pop. So we're looking to get rid of Terra Shell. And next turn we're kind of just looking to get after this Rillaboom. But the thing is, Terrapagos probably outspeeds me, which is a little tough. A little tough. How much damage are we doing here? This Water Pledge. I can't have it go back up to full HP. But you might protect and get another Terra Shell. Oh no, you are just gonna straight up get another Terra Shell. He's probably gonna go for another Calm Mind. He might just go for another Calm Mind. Grassy Terrain's gone. I'm gonna double down with this Urshifu. Might go for another Combine. I'm doubling down this or not Urshifu, this Rillaboom. So we are outspeeding, which is great news. Air Slash should finish you off. That's pristine. And he's going to go for another Combine. So now he's sitting here +3 on... He's going to be +3 on special defense, and he's +1 on special attack. Now's the time just to attack, and then eventually get out my Urshifu with Focus Sash. So yeah, I'll go for Vacuum Wave just to take off that Terror Shell again, and go for Dragon Pulse. I think now he Terrastalizes. No, he doesn't. He does not Terrastalize. He's going to be able to soak so much, but luckily Grassy Terrain isn't out here. Vacuum Wave might have just done 1 damage. It might have just done 1 damage. Dragon Pulse flies here. That's chipping up a little bit more, and he's just going to Calm Mind. Calm Mind. Like I said, I have my boy in the back end, Urshifu, and I'm kind of just waiting for these guys to die. Because what I can do is I can go for a close combat, which is going to be stab, it's going to be super effective, it's going to do a lot of damage. I'm going to send another Vacuum Wave, and then I can go for a Sucker Punch if that doesn't KO. That's really where I'm at. That's really just where I'm at. Or I can hope that I can get a crit here. I'm surprised he hasn't Terrastalized yet. But he's just looking to get back as many leftovers HPs as he can. Alright, so be it. So be it. We'll play this one slow. We'll let Terrapagos try to set up. He does not know I have Urshifu. He's probably hoping. He's sitting there. He's just like, I should be fine as long as it's not Urshifu. That, I'm pretty sure those are the exact words that they're thinking in their mind, right? Like, they're just sitting there like, alright, I'm good up against every Pokemon except for this Urshifu. But finally, they're going to use their Terra button. They're ready to rip some Terra Starstorms. I'm ready for this. I know it gets a ton of HP though, so I'm kind of hoping we could chip up a little bit more damage before we die out. Because I think 1 Terra Starstorm might just KO us. Actually, maybe not the Empoleon though. Empoleon doing 4 damage. We are outspeeding, so we are picking up a little bit of damage here. Nothing crazy. And there's the Terra Starstorm. So the good news here is, though, you can't sit on the field and protect through my Urshifu, which is nice. So you can't just protect and get leftovers. My Empoleon soaks rather well. And honestly, my best bet would probably be to go for Air Slash more so than anything instead of Vacuum Wave, just because I get a flinch chance. And I think that's way better than any damage this Empoleon's going to be doing here. So yeah, now we go into Urshifu. Ready to roll. I got the Focus Sash, baby. And honestly, Urshifu should just outspeed it. So, I mean, 2 close combats should do it, right? Yeah, Urshifu should just straight up outspeed. Should be fine here. But yeah, Air Slash definitely going to be a call. Have that flinch chance. Just 10 times better than anything that Empoleon's doing. And we close combat. So close combat, is one of them going to be enough? It's not. It's not enough. But can Air Slash pick up the KO? Empoleon, are you going to pick up the game-winning KO? Actually, he's outspeeding Empoleon. That's still fine. That's still fine because I outspeed you. I could just close combat. You have no first turn priority. And the Focus Sash going to win us this game. I told you guys. I was not worried about this Terrapagos. I am not worried about this Terrapagos. Not one bit. Not one bit. I knew my boy Urshifu had my back here. We'll go for another close combat. Terrapagos doesn't learn any first turn priority. That's going to be game, set, match. 2-0 for today's video. Great set of matches so far, and they just canceled. They don't even let me pick up the KO. Come on now. Honestly, guys, I did not expect this team to be this strong. We're absolutely lighting it up right now. Took out a Zacian team, took out a Terrapagos team. Now we're looking to go 3-0 and take out a meta Shadow Rider Calyrex team. They also got Ting Lu, who I haven't seen in a good bit. They got Raging Bull, Fire Ogerpon, Dondozo, and last but not least, they have Rillaboom. Now, this Dondozo is probably Fisher Dondozo, so I am actually kind of scared of that. I think for our lead, we kind of go into our same lead of these 2 Pokemon just to dodge any fake out problems and be able to Eerie Impulse a lot of these special attackers. So we're going to go into that. Gotta go into Urshifu. Urshifu's just an absolute dog. And last but not least, gonna go into this lovely Lando. Lovely Lando. I love Landers. I think Landers is such a dope Pokemon and so strong at the same time. Intimidate goes crazy. If it wasn't for Incineroar, this Pokemon would still be at the top of the game and just dominating the meta. But hey, we're 2-0. Let's continue this streak up here. Let's go for a 3-0 perfect record for you guys. We've been killing it on the Regulation G ladder as of recently. They're going to go into Rillaboom and into Shadow Rider Calyrex. So you can't fake me out. You cannot fake me out. I'm just going to Eerie Impulse this turn just to kind of keep this Calyrex under control. And I might even double down into this Calyrex. Could go for Astral Barrage. Do I Terrasilize? I'm gonna Terrasilize here. And just Hex it. Let's just Hex alongside with an Eerie Impulse. Gotta be our play. Gotta be our play. Because he's gonna fake out. Hopefully he fakes out, right? We got that Covert Cloak. Could go for the read and predict it, but I think you're gonna go for fake out here, right? I think you're gonna be sitting here like, hey, I'll go for Astral Barrage and fake out your Thundurus. I think that's just what they're gonna do here. I think that's exactly what they're gonna do here. If they end up faking out my Giratina and reading that I'm gonna Terrasilize, props to them. That would be an amazing turn, but I don't see it happening. I do not see it happening. So there's this fake out. No shot! No shot! You just did that. Props to them. Like I said, props to them if they're gonna make that read. Props to them all day. Props to them all day. I'll give it to them. They deserve props. Props to them all day. I'll give it to them. I will give it to them. I will give it to them. But from here, we're going to launch another Hex. Now I'm just going to slow down the competition. Wow. Props to them. Going for fake out on the read there. I always like... I did that before like once or twice, but I always want to try that more. But I always back out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But we end up dropping a nice little Thunder Wave into Robum here. Props to them. Props to them. I love that play. I love that read. So Hex is going to get blocked. And Robum, what are you trying to do here is the real question. High horsepower. We're Levitate, baby. We're Levitate. I'll take that turn all day. So we Levitate up. We're going to Hex you, and I might even hard swap you into like Urshifu at this point. Actually, I'm going to go for the Paralyze first. Just because there's a chance they hard swap Calyrex. Yep. I get to paralyze it and do some damage. Raging Bolt. Never mind. I don't get to paralyze it. I do not get to paralyze that. I do have Earth Power for that. Photosynthesis gonna pop here. Eerie Impulse would have just worked fine. I'll Eerie Impulse next turn. Drop that special attack, baby. And Hex. How much damage are we doing? This thing's bulky. Still doing good damage. Robum's gonna be paralyzed. Cannot move. We're gonna Eerie Impulse up on this bad boy. And then at this point, we're just gonna start hexing and deal damage to this Robum, just because he's paralyzed, and we'll do double damage. So Eerie Impulse, surprisingly enough, still works into electric type Pokemon, which is great news. I can drop this thing's special attack, and he's just gonna protect. Fine, it's fine, so be it. I don't see Robum doing anything crazy. I do not see Robum doing anything crazy. I mean, he could Wood Hammer, but really gonna do that much damage to me? We got great typing. Hex is gonna launch here. Double damage, halves up this Robum. And we'll take another little RNG pull here. Paralyzed again. Paralyzed again. Paralyzed again. So we'll Hex you again. I honestly might go into doubling down into this Raging Bolt slot. And who could your back in Pokemon be? It's gonna be a physical attacker. I might read a swap here. I'm gonna read a swap here. I'm gonna Thunder Wave this slot. I'm reading a swap here from Raging Bolt. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Why aren't you swapping Raging Bolt? I could just Eerie Impulse you. I could have just Eerie Impulse you. I should have just Eerie Impulse you. Should have just played smart. Should have just played simple. But I'm an idiot. I tried making a read. He's gonna stay on the field. He is gonna launch a Draco Meteor. He's gonna be -2. So be it. That's fine. Alright. So I lose my boy here. I think now you're sitting here looking at me like, hey, this is a great opportunity for me to get out Shadow Rider Calyrex, and now I can just bring out my Urshifu. So he's -2 on Raging Bolt. I should just Eerie Impulse them. And there's the Calyrex, so we call an RN to bring out our Urshifu at this time. They still have Terra type, which I think they would send on the Calyrex at this time. I think you're gonna hard swap the Raging Bolt. I really do. I think we just... It could be Fairy Terra, which is a little bit of an issue, but I'm just gonna double down this Calyrex slot. Wicked Blow. into Dragon Pulse. Let's see how this plays. I'm hoping Giratina can soak up an Astral Blast. I know Urshifu will. Not sure about Giratina over here, but there's Terra type. We're hoping it's not Fairy, right? Fairy's a little scary here, right? That's why I didn't want to go into Dragon Pulse. No, it's going to be Ghost. So this actually might KO my Giratina. This might KO the Giratina. Let's see. Astral Blast launches. Giratina, soak it. Urshifu, I know you got it. I mean, Urshifu's Focus Sash regardless, but let's see how much damage this is doing. We're both soaking. Love you guys. I love you guys a lot. Wicked Blow flies. Hopefully you're not Focus Sash. We are Focus Sash. This is why we double down here. This is exactly why we double down. This is exactly why we double down. And the best part about this is Raging Bolt can now not switch out, which means it's -2 for the rest of the match, unless it goes for another Draco Meteor, which it just might do. It's a great double down on our part. Team's going crazy today. We are kicking it with this squad. He's going to go for an E-Web. Who's dodging this bad boy? Who dodged the E-Web? Urshifu dodged E-Web. That's actually good. That's actually good. Urshifu can pick up some more damage. So we still have Lando in the back end, which is pristine with the Choice Scarf. And they're now going to go into Ogerpon. So I'm looking to do as much damage as I can into Ogerpon. Ogerpon is probably fastest on the field. And I'm just going to look to hit it as hard as I possibly can. So I'm going to go Dragon Pulse here. And I am going to go for a Sucker Punch. Yep, Sucker Punch is going to land. Like I said, it is fastest on the field, so he's going to look to KO my Urshifu here. He's going to end up going for a Thunderclap. And, I mean, it comes down to a 2v1 now. It's going to come down to a 2v1 because Ogerpon's going to finish off my Urshifu. I have the Choice Scarf, and I can go for EQ, which is nice. I think we have a shot at winning this game. We are also going to intimidate this Ogerpon. Come on now. Come on now. It's going to be close. This is actually going to be really close because Ogerpon could easily get a crit. So I think it's going to take 2 EQs to KO Ogre. I really do believe that. Same thing with Raging Bolt. Yeah, I don't know, man. Intimidate's going to help us out tremendously, but I could definitely see a crit coming out here. There's that. All there's left to do here is just to pray that we're going to win this one. EQ is going to fly from us. They're probably going to go for a Draco Meteor alongside with an Ivy Cudgel. He's -1 on physical attack. Ogerpon is, and Raging Bolt's -2 on special attack. So they're dropped. They have a chance of missing the Draco Meteor too. So I think your move's probably Thunderclap, Thunderbolt, Draco Meteor Protect. Unless you're Assault Vested. Let's see. EQ's gonna launch any KOs here? Not one. Ivy Cudgel launch. This is gonna be a crit. Leave me alone! Okay, we soaked that. Draco Meteor launches. Do we soak this? No! No, man! Come on now. If only we Eerie Impulse that Raging Bolt. If only we Eerie Impulse that Raging Bolt. That one's on us. We go 2-1 for today's video. Solid third and final match. So guys, Origin Forme Giratina went ridiculous today. It was ridiculous today in Ranked Regulation G. Such a fun Pokemon to use. I'm really glad we were able to grab ourselves a 2-1 winning record. Almost a 3-0 perfect record with this squad, considering it's more off-meta than anything else in Regulation G. This is as off-meta as Regulation G gets, even though we're still using some meta Pokemon. We had Thundurus, we had Volcarona, we had Urshifu, Landorus, and Empoleon, which we only used in match number 2, but still, nonetheless, this team was phenomenal. And like I said, we grabbed ourselves a winning record. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy the content, don't forget to smash that like button for me. And if you're new here, click that bigger subscribe button so you know when all of my videos go live. Seriously, you guys rock out. Make sure you spread positivity today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.